Welcome to St. Lucie Public Schools Transportation Department, Employee Training and Development. This training session will outline writing referrals. The purpose of this training is to clearly define the employee expectations when writing referrals on students. We will review the expectations from both drivers and managers, as well as school staff. We will also identify some key do's and don'ts of the referral writing process. Let's take a look at some disciplinary steps. When the incident occurs on your bus, you should immediately take intervention steps. Intervention steps can be reiterating the rules, maybe asking for assistance from somebody on the ramp, or even reaching out to your area manager for assistance, or contacting the parent to help partnership with the student's behavior. If the incident continues, at that point, you can write a referral. When you submit the referral to your manager, they'll review it to make sure it has all the information needed. Then they'll send it off to the school. Once the school reviews it, the school determines the disciplinary action. Transportation does not have a say in disciplinary action. The manager will meet with the driver, and then senior managers will meet with administration to review trending buses that have many referrals written on them. The admins will then meet with school executives to discuss further. There may be some incidents where you don't have to go through the intervention steps, such as a fight, drug use, or something of that nature. When disciplining your students, remember the word bus. Be consistent, use good judgment, and set expectations. Set your expectations from the first day of school. Talking about setting expectations on the first day of school, set high expectations for student behavior. Be sure to review the rules and the CHAMPS expectations. Each bus should have a CHAMPS poster. And then create a positive and respectful relationship between drivers and students. Remember, you can use bus bucks to award positive behavior. Let's review some common misconceptions when managing student behavior. Inaction is the worst response. Don't ignore student behavior. Address it immediately and set those expectations. The reasonable force policy allows you to defend yourself and others. Transportation drivers or staff do not have the authority to suspend students. All disciplinary action is decided upon from the schools. You do not have the authority to refuse a student a ride based on student misbehavior. You must transport each and every student. You may not release students at any other stop other than their assigned stop. That is for safety and liability. You may not return to the school with a student for behavior issues. If the behavior issue poses a safety threat, you'll need to stop and call for security. Again, make sure we are only calling security if it poses a safety threat. Otherwise, restore order and write the referrals later. If you have to, pull the bus over, reiterate the rules, and advise the students you will not proceed until the bus is in order. Let's take a look at some of those intervention steps again. course, follow these steps before writing referrals. Did you speak with the school staff? And did you ask for assistance? Talk to any school RAM staff. Ask them to board your bus and address the students that are misbehaving. Reach out to the parent or guardian. Speak with them. Advise them of the behavior that needs to be addressed. Ask for their partnership in the situation. Send a note home to the parent. And finally, did you ask your area manager for help? Asking them to make parent contact or school contact if there's been no improvement. Managers can also go to schools and make student contact directly on the bus. If the previous intervention steps have not helped or resolved the issue, then you can go ahead and proceed with writing a referral. You must complete the referral the same day that the incident occurs. And you have to submit your referral to your area manager within 1 day of the incident. Keep in mind, referrals turned in more than 1 day after the incident occur will not be sent off to the school. Therefore, there will be no discipline action taken against the students. Let's take a look at some do's and don'ts now. Write clear so the handwriting is legible. Fill out the referral completely. Be detailed with a description of the incident. Only write the facts of the situation. And be sure to sign, print your name, and date the referral. Again, you need to turn it into your manager within 1 day of the incident occurring. Now let's look at some don'ts. Don't include student names if multiple students are involved in the incident. Only one student's name per referral. Do not write your opinion of the situation. Please don't tie up the radio about referrals. Please come in and see your area manager. Don't involve security for an incident that is a non-emergency. Remember, the situation needs to pose a safety threat in order to call security. And finally, don't refuse a student to ride. You do not have the authority to refuse a student to ride or suspend privileges of riding the bus. Now I want you to take a few minutes to review this example of a written referral. Read over each line thoroughly, and at the end of this, I'm going to ask you, do you think this referral was written correctly or incorrectly? Again, take a few minutes to thoroughly read the information on this example. Okay, now take a minute to answer these questions. Do you think this referral was written correctly or incorrectly? If you said incorrectly, you're right. Now, how many mistakes can you find written on this referral? The first one is the grade is missing. Remember, all information needs to be completed. The second one is the driver used another student's name. Remember, one referral, one student, one name. The driver stated their opinion. I think this kid needs to be suspended for 5 days. Again, that's your opinion. And lastly, the date signed is 2 days later after the incident occurred. Again, you must complete and submit within 1 day of the incident occurring. There's also another policy from the St. Lucie Public Schools website about bullying and harassment. I want you to actually take a few minutes here to read over this. There's a separate form to report bullying as opposed to writing a referral on a student. Remember, this is a bully-free zone, and St. Lucie Public Schools has a zero tolerance for bullying. If you need more information about this form, ask your area manager. Now I want you to take a few minutes to read over the reasonable force policy. If you'd like more information on the reasonable force policy, you can visit our website and access and view Board Policy 3.44. In case you missed it, let's review. Follow the intervention steps in effort to reduce the number of referrals that you have to write. If the intervention steps do not correct the behavior, then proceed with the referral. Write clear so we can read it. One referral per student. Only list the facts, no opinions. Print, sign, and date the referral. Submit the referral within 1 day of the incident occurring. Remember, anything over 1 day will not be sent off to the school. The area managers are going to review and sign off on the referrals. Then they'll send it over to the school. The school reports the referral in the database, and then we'll decide and implement the discipline action for that behavior. We review the number of referrals submitted by each bus for each school to identify trending issues. And we report that information upwards to the school and administration executives. All staff will be held accountable to meet all the expectations set forth by the transportation management team. Failure to meet these expectations may result in disciplinary action up to and including termination of employment.
Thank you for watching. If you have any questions about this training or any other training, please speak with your immediate manager.